Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Simple English Chat. I'm Leo.
And I'm Mia. It's great to be here with all of you again. We hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are watching us from.
Today, we have a really important topic, especially for those of you learning English and thinking about your future jobs.
Yes, we're going to talk about job interviews in English. It can feel a bit scary, right? You want to show your best self, but sometimes the words don't come easily.
Exactly. Many people ask us, what's the number one tip for a job interview in English? And that's what we want to share today.
It's a great question, Leo. And for me, my number one tip is to prepare. And by prepare, I mean really practice what you want to say.
That's a fantastic point, Mia. Preparation is key. What kind of preparation do you mean specifically?
Well, first, think about common interview questions. Questions like, tell me about yourself, or why do you want this job, or what are your strengths and weaknesses?
Those are classic questions. Every interview seems to have them.
Right. So, you can write down your answers in English. Don't just think about them. Write them down. This helps you see the words and organize your thoughts.
That's smart. Writing helps you think clearly, and it also helps you find new words if you need them.
Absolutely. And once you've written them, don't stop there. The next step is to practice speaking those answers out loud.
Speaking out loud is so important. It's different from just thinking or writing. When you speak, you hear yourself, and you can find out where you might stumble.
Exactly. Speak to yourself in the mirror. Record yourself on your phone. It might feel a little strange at first, but it really helps. You can hear your pronunciation, your speed, and if your sentences make sense.
I agree completely. My number one tip is very similar to yours, Mia. It's about focusing on clear communication. When you're in an interview, the main goal is to make sure the interviewer understands you.
That's a great point, Leo. Sometimes people try to use very fancy or complex words, but it's better to be clear.
Yes, don't worry about using very advanced vocabulary if you're not comfortable with it. It's better to use simpler words that you know well and can say clearly.
So, your tip is to prioritize being understood over sounding super academic?
Precisely. Use words you are confident with. Speak slowly and clearly. It's okay to pause for a moment to think about your answer. That shows you are thoughtful, not that you don't know English.
That's a relief for many, I'm sure. Sometimes there's pressure to sound perfect.
And remember to breathe. If you speak too fast, it's harder for the listener to follow, and it's harder for you to articulate your words.
So, both our tips are about preparation and being clear. We're really emphasizing practice and confidence in your basic English.
Yes, if you prepare your answers and practice speaking them clearly, you will feel much more confident during the actual interview.
And confidence really shines through. Even if you make a small mistake, if you're confident, it's not a big deal.
Right. Don't be afraid to ask the interviewer to repeat a question if you don't understand it. You can say something like, "Could you please repeat that question?" Or "Could you say that in a different way?"
That's a very practical piece of advice. It shows you want to understand, which is a good quality for a job.
Exactly. So, to sum up, for a job interview in English, prepare your answers, practice speaking them out loud, and focus on clear, simple communication. Don't be afraid to ask for clarification.
Excellent summary, Leo. These tips will truly help anyone feel more prepared and less nervous.
I hope so. It's all about building that confidence step by step.
Before we finish today's chat, I want to quickly go over some of the words we used today, just to help our English learners.
Great idea, Mia.
Okay, so first we talked about prepare. To prepare means to get ready for something, like preparing for a test or preparing for an interview.
Good one.
Then we talked about practice. To practice means to do something many times to get better at it, like practicing playing the guitar or practicing speaking English.
Very clear.
We also mentioned stumble. To stumble means to make a mistake when you are speaking, or to stop for a moment because you are unsure. Like stumbling over your words.
A common feeling for learners.
And my final word is prioritize. To prioritize means to decide that something is more important than other things. So, we said prioritize being understood over sounding super academic. Make understanding the most important thing.
Those are all really useful words for this topic. Thanks, Mia.
You're welcome, Leo. We hope these tips help you feel more ready for your next English job interview. Remember, you can rewatch this video anytime on YouTube.
Yes, and please leave us a comment if you have other tips or questions about learning English. We love hearing from you.
That's all for today's Simple English Chat.
See you next time.